Yo everyone, what I wanted to do it on, today's review on, was the new bareMinerals Ready Foundation, which released in the UK on Friday the 1st. So today's the 3rd, so it was only 2 days ago. Now, my experience with bareMinerals is minimal, I'll be honest with you. Other than 1 or 2 eyeshadow palettes of theirs, I've never actually explored their range, mostly because it's not their philosophy and what their claims are, in that, you know, mineral makeup is better for your skin because of this reason and that reason. It's not because of that, I'll be honest with you. It's more to do with the fact that I can't be bothered to have powders and things flying around all over the place. It's not convenient, it's messy, and those kind of things have always kind of put me off. So, and the 2 eyeshadows palettes of theirs that I have are also from the Ready range as well, which meaning it's basically their minerals which have been packed down to into a nice compact, so it's not kind of all fluttering all over the place like normal powders. So this is a new release of theirs. They are already very well known for their original SPF foundation, which does come in the form of a little tub of powder, which you kind of, I believe, buff onto your skin and get the desired effect. I've never really used it, so I can't compare this one as such to the other one, but I will give you my views on it used for the past 2 days. Now, their colour range, I think there's about 20 colours, so it could be it might not be that difficult to hopefully find a colour for yourself. For me, when I'm trying something new from a new brand, my concern is always being able to get colour match correctly. There's many a time when even though they've got natural lighting in store, it's not really natural, and it's completely different when you go and apply it on at home, full face of makeup, and then you're like, oh, it looks a bit orange, oh, I look a bit pink, oh, that's not right, you know. So I went to Debenhams on yesterday, and I basically got myself colour matched to this colour, which is, if I hold it here, it's R330, which is basically for people with tan skin with yellow to olive undertones. This is basically their new foundation, and it has been packed into this compact, and their claims, which I have written down, 12 hours is their claim, as many foundations claim, medium to full coverage, natural finish, and apparently 108% increase in skin hydration. Now, how they came to the claim 108 and not 100% or 110, 150, very odd number, 108. Now, that's not a claim that I'd ever be able to substantiate, because I probably won't use this every single day, and I am no scientist. 12 hours. Now, yesterday I wore it for about 9 till I started getting a little bit shiny. And the time now is 7:15, and I put this on at 1. So I've been wearing it for 7 hours, and let me look in this other mirror. I'm starting to shine a little bit, and that is mostly down to the fact that I'm sitting near the radiator. When I was in my car earlier, I had the heat on full blast and I was actually sweating a bit. so I can't really blame the foundation for obviously having issues with my temperature that was going up and down. But I do have to say that I found it very odd using this, because I'm generally very used to using liquid foundations, gel type foundations. Even those that have come in compact form, they're normally quite got that sticky, compacty type of feel, whereas this is very, very soft and powder-like basically. So, and I generally like to have medium to full coverage as well. So again, I was like, can a powder really do that without making you look really, really cakey, without having to pile it on and pile it on and pile it on? So I mean, I got colour matched to this colour, which I do have to say is a perfect match to my skin colour. So I'm very happy that I went with this one. My equivalent in MAC is NC40. My equivalent in Bobbi Brown is Warm Natural 4.5. And the only reason I give those two is because those two are exact matches for my skin tone. And now so is this one by Bobbi Brown. And for those of you that apparently have queried not apparently, have queried whether this is the same colour match to the original foundation, and the lady at Debenham said to me, no, it's not. So the way to use this, now this collection also came with a brush, and it's this one here called a precision face brush. Now basically you need something with a flat top and which is quite dense. Now I don't already have a brush like this, so purchasing this wasn't a problem for me. It is pricey, it's about 20 odd quid, but it is the best kind of brush to use for this type of foundation. So hopefully you've got something similar. If not, maybe you may want to purchase this. They do have a smaller size of this too. So what you have to do with this is you press it on here and you wriggle it around, and then you get the powder on your brush, and you'll see a tiny bit of fallout on here, but not as much as I expected when using a powder, because my thoughts initially was, when using such a dense brush like this is going to end up running out really, really quickly. But when you hold it onto it and wriggle it, but not actually removing the brush, it stops a lot of the fallout happening. And then you just kind of tap it on, and then what you're supposed to do, and I'll use my hand as an example because I'm not wiping it on my face, is you press down and then you kind of just buff it in and kind of spread it around, and that's what you have to do all over your face, get into your nose and all of that. And I must say that I found it really strange, just because it was a powder that I was using, and I'm just not used to using a powder on my face. So I mean, I did one kind of layer, if that's what you can call it. I mean, I did have to do it a couple of times on here to kind of layer it, and then I'm looking at myself going, has there been any change? Because it's not like a liquid. A liquid is completely different. You can actually see, you know, the areas which you have got and you haven't got. And because this claims obviously natural coverage, and I do agree, it does give you a very, very natural coverage, I'm still going, So because I like to have medium to full coverage, which I disagree with this claim. I would say it's not medium to full. I'd say it's definitely medium. I'd say it's more on the light to medium side, and then you can build it up to medium to get the desired effect. But I wouldn't call it full coverage at all. I mean, my cheeks are the problem areas with a lot more pigmentation problems, scarring, that sort of thing. So I tend to apply it, or I did apply it quite a lot on those two areas, and then eventually you do start to build it up, but then there is the risk of applying so much that it just looks fake, and it can look cakey. And then after a while, you know, because it's got so much makeup in the area, you'll tend to get shiny more. So what I've noticed is that I'm getting shinier on my cheeks than I am in other places, and I don't really get shiny cheeks. So take that as you will. The more you apply in one area, the more likely you are to have shine come through, because your skin has obviously got makeup on it. But overall, I do have to say, once I'd applied it all, I put my under eye concealer on, and I use MAC's Pro Longwear, which is a liquid concealer. Again, using a liquid with powder already on my face, I thought, is this going to work well? Is it going to kind of congeal together into some weird paste? I don't know. So I applied it under my eyes, but and I use my fingers anyway, I don't use a brush. So it blended seamlessly in with the foundation as well and didn't interfere with it. And out of habit, I just set the makeup. I don't really know, I didn't ask if you are supposed to set this foundation because it's already like a powder, but I did anyway. Didn't really make much of a difference. Then do my usual, putting the rest of my makeup on, my blusher and everything. And I have to say, I actually do kind of like this stuff. I think the whole concept of it is just still very strange to me, having to use this brush with this powder and applying a powder so much all over my face. I suppose that is the kind of thing that I have to get used to. 12-hour wear, well, I've not worn it for 12 hours yet because I bought it on Saturday and I haven't worn it to work yet, which I will be doing tomorrow. So I will update on my Twitter if you follow me on there, to let you know whether it has held up quite well for the 12 hours. But overall, I do have to say I do quite like this foundation. It's strange. I mean, I do have to kind of get used to using this powdery thing on my face. I do have to say it's not very convenient. That's the only thing. I mean, the whole point of it being called ready to me kind of implies it's more convenient to use, because obviously their other stuff isn't, because it comes in those little pots of powder which fly everywhere. This convenient, yes, but this massive brush, how is that convenient? Which I'm assuming is why they brought a small retractable version of this, but what's the point? You know, or if anything, I would have hoped that they had brought some sort of little powder puff thingy with it, like MAC does sometimes, so you can do touch-ups, because how are you supposed to do touch-up? I can't carry this, won't fit in my makeup bag, in my handbag, it will take up too much space. So that is one issue probably I'd say with it. But other than, I mean, it very easily becomes very natural looking. It's the same sort of thing when you first apply foundation. Everything looks very stark and very flat, and you just got to give like about half an hour for this makeup to settle into your skin, for everything to sit together nicely for you to get that really nice look. With any foundations it's like that, and I'd say the same with this. Once it actually settles onto the skin nicely, I can't tell you, it doesn't look like I've got foundation on. I don't have to worry about like blending out any lines. What lines? It blends in nicely with your skin. You don't have to worry about it. And like from looking in my mirror, it doesn't even look as if I've got foundation on. Really, it doesn't. Overall, I would give this product a 10 out of 10. I don't, or maybe a 9 out of 10 actually, because they claim full coverage, but I think you would only get full coverage if you apply quite a lot of it. And I think the tendency is then just to be piling the makeup on, which is not the point to me when wearing makeup, where you just look over the top. Natural coverage most definitely gives you very, very natural coverage, and the colour range I'd say I'm very happy with, because I find it very difficult finding colours that have got enough yellow to match my skin tone. So overall, yeah, 9 out of 10. Great product. Would highly recommend it to those of you that are interested in mineral foundation. I hope that you found this review on the bareMinerals Ready SPF 20 foundation useful. Again, also it's got SPF 20 in it, which is a very, very good thing against all the harmful UV rays and all the rest of them. And the brush as well, very, very good brush, and highly recommend getting this. I'll see you all soon. Bye.